a un compromiso de tregua en este tiempo. Evitar políticas arancelarias unilaterales. No a los monopolios comerciales. Revisar lo del manejo del precio del petróleo, que está afectando mucho la economía mundial. No al racismo, no a la discriminación. Y ánimo, vamos a vencer con la fraternidad universal.
Many countries are already taking unprecedented measures. We at the IMF, working with all our member countries, will do the same. Let us stand together through this emergency to support all people across the world. Together,
señoras y señores, colegas, antes que nada, la solidaridad de México para todos los pueblos del mundo que sufren de esta pandemia. Ya esta crisis nos está dejando lecciones importantes. Nosotros hemos considerado que lo fundamental frente a este tipo de adversidades es apoyarnos en los especialistas. En este caso, nos hemos apoyado en los médicos, en los científicos. Los políticos no somos todólogos. Necesitamos de la asesoría de los especialistas para no cometer errores. También es fundamental contar con el apoyo de nuestros pueblos. Esta crisis de salud pública no se resuelve solo en los hospitales, se resuelve en nuestros hogares. Nosotros contamos, como sucede en otros países del mundo, con una institución fundamental, la familia. La familia mexicana es la principal institución de seguridad social y ahora nos están ayudando a cuidar a la población más vulnerable, a nuestros adultos mayores, a quienes tienen diabetes, hipertensión, padecimientos renales, a madres embarazadas. Contamos en nuestros hogares con millones de enfermeras y de enfermeros. En cuanto a la recuperación económica, consideramos que debe de darse preferencia a los pobres, apoyar a las microempresas familiares, que son las que están resultando más afectadas, y apoyar a quienes viven de la economía informal, los que se buscan la vida como pueden, diariamente. Los que han llegado a esta situación de vivir día a día o buscar la sobrevivencia porque han sido expulsados, no han tenido opciones en la llamada economía formal. En cuanto a la cooperación internacional, 3 propuestas concretas. Primero, que la ONU intervenga para que se garantice a todos los pueblos y los países por igual el acceso a medicamentos y a equipos que por la emergencia están siendo acaparados por los que tienen más posibilidad económica. La ONU debe de intervenir también para que no haya especulación en compras de medicamentos, de equipos, ventiladores, todo lo que se requiere. 2, que las grandes potencias, las hegemonías, hagan un compromiso de tregua en este tiempo. Evitar políticas arancelarias unilaterales. No a los monopolios comerciales. Revisar lo del manejo del precio del petróleo, que está afectando mucho la economía mundial. Ayudar a estabilizar los mercados financieros y atajar la especulación. Desde luego, no al racismo, no a la discriminación y ánimo, vamos a vencer con la fraternidad universal. Muchas gracias.
Human costs of the coronavirus pandemic are already immeasurable, and all countries need to work together to protect people and limit the economic damage. This is a moment for solidarity, which was a major theme of the meeting today of the G20 finance ministers and central bank governors. There, I emphasized 3 points. First, the outlook for global growth. For 2020, it is negative, a recession at least as bad as during the global financial crisis or worse. But we expect recovery in 2021. To get to it, it is paramount to prioritize containment and strengthen health systems everywhere. The economic impact is and will be severe, but the faster the virus stops, the quicker and stronger the recovery will be. We strongly support the extraordinary fiscal actions many countries have already taken to boost health systems and protect affected workers and firms. And we welcome the moves of major central banks to ease monetary policy. These are both efforts. They are not only in the interest of each country, but of the global economy as a whole. And even more will be needed, especially on the fiscal front. My second point is that advanced economies are generally in a better position to respond to the crisis, but many emerging markets and low-income countries face significant challenges. They are badly affected by outward capital flows, and domestic activity will be severely impacted as countries respond to the epidemic. Investors have already pulled $83 billion from emerging markets since the beginning of the crisis, the largest capital outflow ever recorded. And we are particularly concerned about low-income countries in that distress, an issue on which we are working closely with the World Bank. Third, what can we, the IMF, do to support our members? We are concentrating bilateral and multilateral surveillance on this crisis and policy actions to temper its impact. We will massively step up emergency finance. Nearly 80 countries are requesting our help, and we are working closely with the other international financial institutions to provide a strong, coordinated response for largest possible impact. We are replenishing the Catastrophe Containment and Relief Trust to help the poorest countries. We welcome those who have already made pledges and call on others to join. And we stand ready to deploy all our $1 trillion lending capacity. But we are not stopping there. We are looking at other available options. Several low and middle income countries have asked the IMF to make a SDR allocation, as we did during the global financial crisis, and we are exploring this option with our membership. Major central banks have initiated bilateral swap lines with emerging market countries. As a global liquidity crunch takes hold, we need members to provide additional swap lines. And again, we will be exploring with our executive board and membership a possible proposal that would help facilitate a broader network of swap lines, including through an IMF swap facility. Let me finish with the following. These are extraordinary circumstances. Many countries are already taking unprecedented measures. We at the IMF, working with all our member countries, will do the same. Let us stand together through this emergency to support all people across the world. Together, we can get through it.